Kyrie, what's going on with the knee?
Sore.
When did this soreness start for you?
Started in Houston. It was aching. So, thought a few days. Usually it just subsides, but it's been aching for a little bit. So, just gonna do what's necessary in order to get back where I need to be to feeling comfortable. That's about it.
Back at TD Garden, Josue Pavon here. He is Clevis Murray. This is the Garden Report for CLNS Media. Clevis, of course, what we're seeing about Kyrie Irving, the concern moving forward, his health. Is this something that you think the Celtics should be concerned about? Is this a matter of he just needs a couple of games off? What's your take on it? This left knee is something that's obviously he has a history with it.
Yeah, I think he does need some games off. Maybe you do it on an every other game basis. But if I'm the Celtics, I'd be slightly concerned because he did fracture his kneecap 3 years ago in the 2015 NBA Finals.
That's right, yeah.
And then in the offseason, you heard the report about him threatening to sit out of training camp due to his injury. And it's funny that he hasn't missed a game, and at least in the start of the season, because of the knee injury. And now it's becoming an issue. So I think it's becoming a nagging issue. The severity of it is that we don't know how severe it is, if he's still playing the games. But if he had to exit the game because of it, we don't know how Kyrie's thinking about it. We don't know how the Celtics view it. But I think it's something the Celtics should be paying attention to. Right. It's just curious how severe is his left knee, and if he'll need surgery.
Well, Brad Stevens after the game mentioned the fact that Kyrie feels good about it in the sense that he just wanted to take the night off, take his time, get a little bit of rest. He also said it himself that he would like a little bit of rest. But when we're talking about how bad it is in terms of if it's like a structural damage or if it's just soreness, Brad Stevens is pretty adamant that this is just strictly soreness that he's dealing with.
We think it's general knee soreness, and he doesn't seem overly concerned big picture wise with it, but it's obviously been giving him fits here and there for the last 5 to 8 days or so.
Should catch more attention than what it is, but we'll see how it transpires.
And Brad Stevens says also that they will run tests if they feel like they need to. Yeah. But he sort of had that tone. I don't know, maybe it's just me or you sense the same, but he doesn't really necessarily think that he actually will need these tests. And I think he thinks that rest is probably the best medicine.
Yeah, I think rest is, you can never go wrong with rest. But I just think the big question is, will Kyrie require minor knee surgery in the offseason? You've seen reports about it. It keeps coming up. Will he need it? That's the big unknown. But I think for the Celtics to be safe for their postseason run, to make a deep playoff run, you just maybe rest Kyrie a few games for the regular season. You won't get the number 1 seed. You won't get the number 3 seed. You're stuck at number 2. Why not rest your franchise player?
Well, that's going to do it for us for this edition of the Garden Report. If you haven't already, head over to SeatGeek. Make sure you download the app. Use the promo code Garden Report where you can save $20 off your first purchase. That's Garden Report. Save $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek. Make sure you download the app for CLNS Media. I am Josue Pavon. He is Clevis Murray. This has been another edition of the Garden Report.